Hi guys, and welcome to my new vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a bit different. It's about my journey with my gallbladder. I'm actually due to go into hospital in 2 days' time to have it removed. So I'm going to talk to you a bit about the process that I went through and basically what's happening and how long it's been going on for. So I'm going to start the video today by just saying that yes, I have been quite poorly for a couple of years now. I've been waiting for an operation to have my gallbladder removed on the NHS. It has been a very, very long wait, unfortunately. I do know that there are obviously big waiting lists and people that are sicker than I am. But yeah, it's been a long process, and I have been pushed from pillar to post all over Sussex. So I'm going to explain what actually happened with me. So basically, it started 2022. I was getting a lot of gastro problems. And basically the doctor sent me for an MRI scan. In that MRI scan, it didn't come up with the fact that I had gallstones or anything. It just came back normal. Nothing was ever followed up by the GPs. Then back in, I think it was around October time of 2023, maybe a little bit earlier than that, I was feeling really, really ill. I had very, very bad back pains. I remember it so clearly. I had really bad back pain, like a really bad ache. And it was just horrendous. I thought maybe it was a UTI. Then the doctor, when I eventually saw the doctor, he said to me that it could possibly be kidney stones, but they ordered me a ultrasound scan and it showed that I had multiple gallstones. Then in the October of 2023, I really did get quite poorly. I was being sick quite a lot. I was bringing up green bile. Anyone that's gone through this is probably going to know what it's like. It's horrible. I was getting more and more pain, pain underneath my rib cage, and also my right shoulder. So all down my right side, basically, a lot of pain and achiness. It's horrible. It was so bad that I ended up in A&E in Royal Sussex County Hospital in Brighton. Now, I was in there. I didn't have any painkillers. I was put into a room. I was put on a drip, like a fluid drip, because apparently I was a bit dehydrated. Then 24 hours later, they then moved me to a ward because they realised that I was quite sick and obviously I needed to go to a ward. They put me in their EACU ward all the following day, and then that then closes of an evening, so they had to find me a bed in the hospital. So eventually I went up to a ward, a mixed ward, and I was basically there for I think 5 or 6 days. I was getting progressively worse, very, very sick. I was trying to eat and I was actually being sick at the same time. It was just horrible. So I was in there for, I think it was 5 or 6 days, and I was getting progressively worse. Unfortunately, they were trying to give me fluid because I was getting really, really dehydrated, but my veins were collapsing. So that every time my veins collapsed, I'd have to have another cannula in. At one point, the vein had burst and all the liquid was going into my right arm. It made me look like the Incredible Hulk. It was horrible. Eventually let me out and I came home. And they did actually say to me at the time that I was on an emergency waiting list to have my gallbladder removed. So as time went on, I hadn't heard anything. The doctor then sent an expedition letter because I was getting worse again. As of, I think it was around September time of last year, I got a phone call out the blue from Worthing Hospital. And they said to me, was I happy to go to either Chichester or Tunbridge Wells to have my gallbladder removed? I said, I don't care where it is, as long as you've got space, doesn't matter. Anyway, they referred me to Tunbridge Wells. That was then referred back very, very quickly. It was bounced back. Well, at the time I didn't know what the reason was, but the day I received the letter to say that I wasn't going to Tunbridge Wells, I actually got a phone call from the admissions team in Haywards Heath to say, could I go to Haywards Heath to have a consultation with the specialist, which, yes, absolutely. When I went to that consultation, it turned out that I had a fatty liver. Now, this was only picked up by an MRI scan that I had, Burgess Hill, I think it was, at the Nuffield, all done through the NHS. I wasn't paying private. This was picked up in 2022. but was never conveyed to me. So this was the first I'd heard that I had a fatty liver. So the consultant at Haywards Heath had said to me that I would need to go on to a liquid-only diet for 2 weeks prior to my operation. I said, yeah, that's fine. Any idea when the operation will be? He said it will definitely be before Christmas. That didn't happen. So at the time of filming this, it's the 5th of January, and I'm actually due to go into hospital on Tuesday, which is the 7th of January. So anyway, didn't hear anything else from Haywards Heath, but the next thing was I heard from Hastings Hospital back in December. Now, bearing in mind, in December, I then ended up being off work again. I haven't been to work the whole of December because I have been so poorly. Hastings contacted me and said, could I go and see the consultant over in Hastings, who was fantastic. I cannot fault them. They were amazing. It's Hastings Conquest Hospital. He said, I will hear from them and it'll either be done this side of Christmas or just after Christmas. I didn't hear anything back, but I called the admissions team at Hastings just to find out where I was on the list. I have to start this liquid diet 2 weeks before the operation, so I just wanted to clarify that with them, and they were fantastic. Again, I spoke to a lovely gentleman on the phone, was booked me in, I think it was like 2 weeks before Christmas, or I rang, or a week before Christmas, and he actually booked me in for the pre-op appointments, so I knew then that things were moving along. So my first pre-op appointment was on Christmas Eve. It was a telephone appointment with someone from the District General Hospital in Eastbourne. Then I had another pre-op appointment booked, which was an in-person appointment. That was all done on New Year's Eve. The day before New Year's Eve, I actually got another phone call from the same gentleman at Conquest Hospital in the admissions team, and he gave me a date for the operation and said, could I come in on the 7th of January? So literally these last 3 weeks on a Tuesday, I've had appointments at the hospitals. So good news is my gallbladder is coming out on Tuesday. Fingers crossed, all being well, it's going to be fine. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm having to be on this liquid diet. So it's called a liver reduction diet. So I can't eat solid food. It says I must have the following every day. So 4 pints, or 2, which is 2 litres of semi-skimmed cow's milk or lactose-free milk. For me, it's lactose-free because I am lactose intolerant. I cannot have any alternative milk such as oat, almond, rice. So it's 4 pints of semi-skimmed lactose-free milk for me, which I can actually, I've got one of these like Stanley mugs, but it's not, it's actually my Wicked mug from Primark, but it actually fits in here 2 pints of milk, just over 2 pints of milk. Yeah, I have 2 of these a day. I then have to have 2 pints or 1 litre of calorie-free drinks. So that could be sugar-free juices, water, anything like that. Basically, it's got to be sugar-free. I can have 1 salty drink a day, which is basically in a cup, and it would be either Marmite, Bovril, a stock cube, or salt in squash. That doesn't sound appealing to me at all, so I have 1 mug of Bovril of an evening, so that's my evening meal. And I have to take 1 multivitamin and mineral tablet a day, which I actually have the Synatogen multivitamin, so I'm taking 1 of those a day. The allowed calorie-free drinks I can have are tea, coffee and herbal tea with no sugar. I can have water, no added sugar squash, and no added sugar crusher, which is to be added to milk. I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's like a milkshake, so I can have some of that in my milk. I can have 1 sachet of sugar-free jelly, which makes 1 pint of jelly. So I'm going in Conquest Hospital on Tuesday. Nearly packed my bag, so that's ready to go. I will show you what I'm taking with me. I've just got to load up my iPad just with some films on, but other than that, that's what's happening at the moment. Any of you that watched my Mia Tui vlog a couple of weeks ago, this is the bag that I've chosen to take. It's my Mia Tui Expander Light bag, and I'll show you what I've got in it. Obviously I can't take too much because of the space around the bed. Taking my Kindle with me. I'm currently reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. So that's the book I'm taking with me. I have in this is the bow bag that I mentioned in the Mia Tui vlog. I have my headphones and some chargers in there, mainly for my phone, because obviously I'm not taking my watch or anything like that with me. I have my glasses case. I have in this little packing cube, again a Mia Tui packing cube, I have just my spare pants or spare knickers and some bits and bobs in there that I need. Slippers, I have in here, I've got my medicines, so all I've done is I've just taken a strip of each of my medicines with me, and I've got obviously my inhaler in here, but yeah, I've just they wanted them in the boxes, so I've kept them in the boxes, but I've just taken one strip of each tablet with me because I shouldn't be in hospital any longer than a couple of days. Then I've got my Mia Tui toilet bag. Not much I need in here, to be fair, but I thought I'd bring it just in case because you just never know. So as you can see, it sort of hangs like this. I've got alcohol gel, deodorant, I've got a toothbrush, toothpaste and a mouthwash, hairbrush. I've got some face wipes, some wet wipes. I've got a shower gel in there. So nothing of any interest really, but just in case I need it, I've got it. Then I've got a choice of nightwear because obviously after the operation at the moment it's incredibly cold down here, so I don't want to be cold after the op. So I have got a long sleeved nightie from Marks and Spencer's, and I've also got some pyjamas just in case it's really cold. These were from Primark, and I've also got a dressing gown in here so it's my dressing gown. I just didn't want to take all that out. Obviously I'm going to take some cash with me, I've got like a £10 in cash, just in case I need it for anything. I shouldn't think I will. But yeah, that's basically all that I'm packing at the moment. So you might see a picture of me in the hospital on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, my Instagram is Disney Dreamer Kelly, same as my YouTube account. So if you want to follow me over there, then feel free. So it's the night before the operation, so this is Monday night. Fingers crossed it all goes well, and it's by this time tomorrow hopefully my gallbladder will be out. We shall see. Watch this space. So a quick update, this is now the day after the operation. I'm only just able to sit upright. I'm currently on a drip, saline drip, just for fluids. I keep being sick. I was supposed to go home yesterday, but there just wasn't any chance I was going home. It's 4:30 in the morning, I think, here. And yeah, it's not been a great night. I've had a migraine for 2 days as well now. After the operation, I found out that it was a robotic procedure, so a robot actually did the procedure. I've got 4 port scars on my tummy and really bad pains in my back as well. But yeah, it's not great, I'm afraid. So I just hope today, that I can go home, but at the moment, because I'm still being sick, they want to monitor that. Yeah, it's not fun. So today is discharge day. It's the 8th of January, and they said that I can go home today. I've got all my discharge bits, and a lot's been going on, so I shall go through that a bit later on. Finally back home in my own bed. As you can see, Stitch is very happy to see me. This is how he will sleep now. Yeah, I feel a lot better now. I'm back in my own home, back in my own bed. I have taken some painkillers tonight because the drive home was quite bad. The roads were quite bumpy and we had a lot of snow on the way home as well. Yeah, I shall talk to you more about it tomorrow when I'm feeling a bit better. Hi, so I've just woke up this morning and I've received a delivery from a friend of mine, and I can't even thank her enough. So I got some beautiful flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? They were from my friend Deanne. Deanne, if you're watching this, thank you so much. That was so very kind of you. It's really choked me up actually. And I got a little card as well. But yeah, just to let you know, I'm still getting pain. I'm still I'm still a bit out of breath when I walk. This is a week on now. The sickness is still feeling quite bad, and last night I actually woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, and basically I had like acid reflux, but it was really bad last night. My tummy scars are getting better. They're still very, very itchy and quite painful. I've not been feeling fantastic at all. I have been taking my painkillers. My stomach is still very tender. Last night I was awake from 2 till 5 this morning with acid reflux, so that wasn't great. And then a couple of nights ago I passed out on the bathroom floor, so I've ended up with a massive black bruise all down one side of my leg. So I've got it like it's on my bum and all the way down my thigh. So I think my blood pressure had obviously dipped when I went to the loo. So yeah, I was stuck between the bath and the toilet, which wasn't fun. So a week on, I still feel pretty fragile, very tired still. I'm not getting the best quality of sleep at the moment either. I think it's just through sheer pain, overtiredness, and as I say, I am waking up intermittently during the night, feeling quite sort of ill and rough. But yeah. So this is my catch up of what's been happening over the last week. Apparently people are able to go straight home after their operations, and they very rarely spend the night in hospital. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for me. As I say, I think a lot of it had to do with my operation was a little bit more complicated than first thought. I'd been left so long that one of the stones has actually travelled down into my almost to my pancreas, and if it had have gone into my pancreas, then I would have had to have had my pancreas taken out as well as my gallbladder at the same time. My poor mum and dad, they've been sort of helping me quite a bit because I'm not allowed to lift anything, I'm not allowed to push anything. Very much like after I had a hysterectomy a couple of years ago, very much in that sort of regard. I've just got to be a bit careful. But yeah, so overall, still not fantastic a week on. Hi everyone, so this is the last update that you're going to get from me now. I am now just under 3 weeks post-surgery. I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of an uphill struggle. I have had quite bad pain in my back where I was getting the gallstone pain before, like a shooting pain, and I did have to go and see the GP last week because it was really, really bad. I felt really rough, and I was actually quite worried about the type of pain it was. But after a thorough check from the GP, he's given me some stronger painkillers, which I have been taking. So far so good, everything's not too bad. I did get a couple of twinges earlier on today, but other than that I've been a lot better. It's really just to say that anyone going through this, I completely sympathise with you. I just hope this video gives people that are obviously on the list waiting to go for their gallbladder surgery, or if they've just had it, or if they're waiting, if they're just about to go in for surgery. It's just really to give you a bit of a clue as to what you might expect. I don't want somebody else going in blind like really I did. A lot of people that I have spoken to have said that and everything was fine after. Unfortunately, I was in that 1% of people that I haven't been great. So it's really just to give you heads up. If you're fine after the surgery, then brilliant. I'm really pleased for you. But it's just to give that 1% of people a little bit of a heads up, because it isn't great and it's taken me a while to get back on my feet again. I have been doing more and more things like exercise wise just to try and get myself going again. Taking Bailey out for a walk, which is our dog. This is our dog Bailey. So yeah, I have been taking him out for a walk every other day or so with my mum. I've had to be really, really careful with certain things that I'm eating, such as I can't eat peanuts or any kind of nut at the moment. They don't digest properly and it's really, really painful when I do eat them, so I've had to cut those out. Yeah, greasy food. I had some sort of greasy food. I had a Chinese takeaway the other night, but I've not had a lot of it, so I can I didn't want to sort of upset my tummy too much, so I've been really careful with that. It's just the pain I've got to get over. It kind of takes my breath away every now and again, so I'm really sort of struggling with that. But other than that, yeah, this will be my final update on this matter. Thank you very much for watching if you've got this far, and if you have liked it, please give me a thumbs up. As I say, at the moment I'm just trying to recover from the surgery. I'm just trying to concentrate on my health and make sure I'm better, because I am going on a P&O cruise later on in the year, travelling on P&O Arvia, so hopefully you'll be sticking around for that one. There'll be a few more fun vlogs before then, hopefully, as well. So for now, take care, stay magical, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye bye.